Mild spoilers are present in this episode.
Third World Cinema Club.
Welcome again to Third World Cinema Club. I'm John Tawasil from Present Confusion. Sino susunod?
I'm Princess Kina of Film Police Reviews.
And I am Jim of Jim Bilikulativa.
Ayun, we're back. The three of us are back. Tristan DJ, bumalik na kayo. Charot.
Yeah.
We're here
Si
to discuss.
Tristan may bagong picture.
May bagong picture.
Hi, Rafi. Sana
Hi also, Rafi. Yan. So we're here to discuss Ikaw at Ako at ang Ending by
Ayo.
Arlene Villamor. Just a short review of the film. So I'm sure you've all listened to our live episode / podcast episode that
Thank you
aired a
for
few
watching
weeks
pala,
ago.
guys.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Yun yata yung most watched video namin
Yes,
ever.
actually.
Thank you, Kim Je fans. Thank you, Viva Films.
Yes,
You know?
thank you.
Wow, no? Thank you, Viva Films. Watch 69 plus 1. Charot!
Uy, ganda po. Uy.
Hindi pa.
Okay.
Napakinggan na pala tayo ni Daryl Yapin. Pero hindi, sige, hindi ko pa napapanood eh. So, I can't judge. So, watch it if you
Kaya
want.
tuloy kumulong.
Gcash.
Diba?
Isang Gcash lang yan.
Di ba nga di ba ang kasabihan ngayon ng mga lumalabas sa chismis, who are we to judge? Yun
Who are we
yung
to
mga-
judge?
Yun yung naging comment ng mga ng mga people. Anyways.
Books of the same cover are the same books.
Back to you, Tito Boy, why did you ask that? Tito Boy, stop asking.
Tito Boy, I won't probe. But anyway,
But let's get back to that question
let's
later.
go back to that question later. Visit.
Tito Boy. Silence means yes, Tito Boy.
Silence means yes, Tito Boy.
Asking.
I'm not answering. Susunod. De joke. So, yun. Ikaw at Ako at ang Ending, there is this film from Direct Irene Villamor. It's about a hotel worker who meets this bagman who's on the run from his peers and, well, not really from the law kasi hindi alam ng the law. So he's on the run from his peers with a bag of money. And this is during the start of the COVID epidemic and sparks fly. And, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lions roar tonight. Yan. Anyway, what do you guys think? Who'd like to start to their impressions about Ikaw at Ako at ang Ending?
Gusto
Gusto mo ba mag-chismis dyan, no? Parang hirap na hirap ka doon sa...
Susunod. Medyo. Mag-reformat na kaya tayo next season? Para ganun na lang tayo.
Oh my God.
Hello, ganyan.
Para madagdagan yung listener.
Boy Abunda.
7 na sila nun. Charot.
7 na yung listeners natin. Ayan, ano masasabi niyo sa Ikaw at Ako?
Ayun nga. So ikaw at ako. So ikaw at ako, very siya, nandun pa rin yung utak ko sa chismis.
Ses talaga.
Ayun. So, si ikaw at ako is parang na-influence kasi ako sa mga letterbox na reviews na nabasa ko eh. Yun nga. Parang ito daw yung Never Not Love You ng Kim Merald. So, they finally got their Never Not Love You treatment. And except iba yung ending, syempre. So, yun. So, ayun, kagaya ng episode recording natin with Direct. Hands down, I'm still impressed by the way that she writes her characters kasi very well thought. And kagaya ng shinare nila with us, maganda rin na they, as theater actors, the two prepare themselves for the role. Kasi nga, ibang-iba siya eh. Hindi siya comedy. Favorite ko dun sa interview natin with them was yung parang people expect them to say something funny. Pero dito, maiiyak ka masasaktan ka in a way na, para silang Bonnie and Clyde na characters, pero Pinoy. Tsaka yun, kalimutan ko. Ba't kasi tayo nag-start at Tismis? Hindi ako makaalis. Jim, ikaw na lang, Jim.
Sabog na po yung pag-iisip nito kasama
Ang dami
namin.
po naman magagandang points sa
Pagpasensyahan niyo na po kami.
Ayun. Sorry. Yung ayun. So,
You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer. Let's get back to you later.
Oo.
Visit.
Tawanan na lang tayo ngayong episode.
Ano to? Walang kwentang podcast. Hi, Direk.
Hi, Direk. Dalawa na silang Direk.
Dalawa na pala sila.
Direk.
Yan.
Oo.
Both friends of the pod. Yan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jimmy, ikaw na lang.
Jim, ikaw na, Jim.
Sige
Kaya
lang.
total na bangkit ni as yung Bonnie and Clyde. I thought at first, doon siya yung direction ng film, magiging Bonnie and Clyde. O kaya, nasa isip ko another film, Thomas Crown Affair, o kaya Pierre Lufu, di ba, ni Godard. Pero hindi. Siyempre, different naman yun. Different stories ng ng films. So, well, ang very commendable dito talaga yung performances ng dalawang actors. Kasi siyempre, kilala natin sila as character actors and at the same time, mas kilala sila in the comedic, or comedy genre. So, when you watch them, ganun yung kaiba ha, ganun na. Kumbaga, alam mo na, based nga dun sa interview natin, sabi nga nung dalawa, bumalik sila sa roots na yung theater. So, kita-kita yung product dito sa film. Ang na-notice ko lang, baka malito ni Direk Edin. Sorry, Direk. Distracting kasi yung voice-over sa first. So, may part na for me, parang nag-overlap na siya masyado. Kasi syempre ako aminado, may pagka-fan ako ng mga films ni Direk Edin. I love his works. I love her works. I love her works. So, nung napanood ko yung si Denaya na love story, ang naalala ko kasi doon, mayroong voice-overs yung Dingdong Dantes. Tapos, effective din doon sa Hidden Hand. However here, hindi ko siya nakita na effective. Kasi may part pa rin kasi na may pagka-mysterious pa rin ng both characters. So, parang for me, kasi kita ko naman na magaling naman yung dalawang actors. So, I think, ako lang naman, my opinion, nakikita na yun sa nuances ng dalawang actors, sina Ian and Jack. So,
ayun.
Parang sana medyo nabawasan yung mga voice-overs dun sa first part. Kasi nadidistract ako masyado while watching. But then doon naman sa second half, napakaganda na ginamit nila yung kahit na song dun sa part na napaka-emotional ng na yun. And a cappella, diba?
Yeah.
Ginawa ni Tim Molina. So, ganda. Ganda ng sense. Tapos yung nagulat na may pagka-spoil alert, may violence doon sa towards the ending. So far yun ang muna. Kasi kayo naman.
Actually, kung ilalagay mo sa spectrum yung kung sino yung pinaka nagustuhan yung pelikula to sining relatively least na gusto yung pelikula. Si Ces yung may pinakagusto sa ating tatlo. Ako sa gitna. Tapos ikaw, Jim. I agree dun sa voiceover sa start. Medyo na-put off ako ng konti dun. There are a lot of ways na kasi mahilig naman si Direk sa VOs, lalo na sa Si Denaya, which is one of my favorite films. And also, I think sa St. Gallen, ginamit niya rin to, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure pero she can still, even then, nagagawa naman niyang mag-show rather than tell So, I'm not sure kung bakit nila for this film, yun yung ginawa nilang plot na narrative device. Other than that, yung tone ng film, I like it. Yung medyo siya, para kang nasa apocalypse talaga, parang may pagka-trapped siya may pagka-isolated yung resort na hindi mo na alam yung nangyayari. There's this parang level of unease. Yung hindi ka mapakali, may something na nangyayari beyond your scope, pero parang encroaching na siya on you. Parang ganun yung bigat na nararamdaman ko nung pelikula. Kaya understandable na itong dalawang to, nag-jerjer sila. Na parang, gaya nga nung sinabi ko dun sa pag-uusap natin kila Direk, parang yung characters ni Kim tsaka ni Gerald, they don't necessarily love each other, rather they need each other. Tapos yun yung void na nag-fill dun sa buhay nila. At pumasok din dun yung parang yung idea, yung parang existential nihilistic idea na kung wala mang katuturan ang buhay, if life has no meaning, parang gumawa ka ng sarili mong katuturan. At minsan nakikita mo yung katuturan na yun sa ibang tao. Which is why si Kim tsaka si Je, they lived on through each other or with the help of each other. Kaya doon ko na-appreciate yun. Lalo na yung ending. The ending's perfect for me. Parang kung dito siya natapos, okay to. Yun yung inisip ko. At doon nga siya natapos. Kasi spoiler alert, it doesn't finish conclusively. It just ends with them, riding on this road, no? Na hindi mo, tas nag-pan up siya, so you don't see their destination. Alternative, you can see that, you can interpret that panning up as yung liberated na sila from the constraints of this world. They can do whatever they want. Kahit na the future is uncertain. Which I guess speaks din to us as well, given that nandito pa rin tayo sa pandemic na tipong wala ng katapusan. We just live on. We find meaning in each other. And that's what gives us strength to go on. Kahit na napaka-hopeless, napaka-puno ng despair ang bagay. So I think that's a very nice message to go out on. Out of all of Direk Irene's films, it's not my favorite, but yeah, it's somewhere there in the middle. Yeah.
Ayun na, naalala ko na. So actually ako, yung naisip ko yan actually, yung sa voiceover. Para ang strange kasi sa akin nag-work siya kasi may mga ibang films na pag nakarinig ako ng voiceover na gano'n, na alam mo parang it doesn't come so natural. Pero ako kasi, ang naging ko sa kanya, naging perception ko sa kanya is that hindi mo sure kung totoo sila na characters. Pwede kasing inimbento lang nila ng isa na pokpok siya, pwede rin inimbento ng isa na hired killer siya, although yung isa naman, obvious talaga sa umpisa, kita na natin na siya, na bagman siya. Ganyan. So alam mo yun, parang siya, yung voiceover, ang treatment niya sa akin is parang this may or may not be real kasi they both speak out their own perspectives and yun yung gusto nilang iparinig sa'yo, parang ganun. So kaya siya nag-work for me. I also love yung music niya in general, not just yung si Kahit Ka, lalo yung Ilocano song kasi parang hindi mo sure kung nasaan sila unless narinig mo dun sa dialogue. Spoiler alert, yung isang character na nasa Ilocos pala sila. Pero ang dating siya sa akin is parang nasa otherworldly sila. Parang wala na sila sa Pilipinas. Ganun yung dating na parang very paradisey yung feels. Pero alam mo yung paradise siya na hindi siya totoong paradise. Parang gano'n. Kasi resort siya. Parang may pagka man-made appeal. Na yun, it's sort of like a metaphor dun sa comfort na binibigay nilang dalawa sa isa. Yun. And then yun, yun, yung also sobrang na-endear ako dun sa song part, parang very good touch yun na ginawa siyang a cappella. Kasi tsaka kung papansin niyo, yung scene na yun, para siyang yung switch going to the next part ng play. Diba kasi parang sabi nilang dalawa, they really treated every, parang meron silang ginawa na parang act 1, act 2, act 3. Ganyan. Parang yun yung middle act, yung part na yun, nung sa song. Ang ganda ng transition na biglang, there's another conflict pala, na parang, mapaisip pa siya, parang, paano na, parang ganun siya. So, yun.
Yung isa sa mga parang criticism na nabasa ko sa Letterboxd ay yung tipong talaga, yung parang in this short time, naging ganyang ka-close na sila. Pero I would counter that with, medyo na yung, iba na kasi yung circumstances nung pagmi-meeting nila eh. And it was under a time na, yung tipong shit bahala na, wala na, yung, matatapos na ang mundo eh. Sa parang viewpoint nila, might as well do whatever, I want. And I guess may commonality sila sa isa't, may shared things sila sa isa't isa na tipong these are two people who have nothing to lose. So, might as well. Ayan, yun lang sagot ko dun. Jim,
alternate universe lang dito at doon.
Actually, oo eh. Kasi
Ito yung,
this is another way of confronting yung parang central dilemma in Dito at Doon. Kasi di ba sa Dito at Doon, those two fell in love by circumstance. They don't really feel kaagad yung the direness of the situation. Wala ka namang feeling na matatapos na yung mundo sa kanila. Although yun nga, may feeling na they're struggling din to reclaim siguro something na nawala sa kanila before, or I don't know. Sa Dito at Doon yun. At hindi nila nagawa yun kasi they have to, yung kumbaga survival instinct came first before their instinct to or their feelings of loving each other. Kaya in contrast that to this film, ito talaga yung hindi na kasi wala nang survival instinct kung mamamatay ka na eh. Or iba na yung pagtingin mo sa quote unquote survival pag alam mong may taning na yung buhay mo. So
tama.
Ultimately iba yung naging approach ng dalawa to the problem or the dilemma.
Ayun.
Jim, ikaw, any more thoughts about the film before we...
Natatawa lang ako kasi syempre kapag you watch a film and then aware ka dun sa mga dialogue. Nung sinabi ni Kim Molina na nare-resign na po ako kasi end of the world na. Talaga, very Irene Villamor. Alam mo, parang ganun siya magsalita eh.
Actually.
Diba? Ganun eh. Pati yung si Ditas.
Yes.
Ay, direct Irene to. Ganun. Kasi
yung, anong gusto mo sana? Blonde siya.
Nakausap mo siya sa kapag nakapanood mo yung mga films. Ganun siya eh. Ramdam mo, talaga niya, may personal touch niya. Yung mga films niya.
Ayun. Yun, no? I guess, yun lang, no? The film is nice. It's...
Yeah. Although I agree rin sa'yo, John, na hindi rin siya yung favorite ko na Irene Villamor. Kasi
siguro doon na lang din ako mag-agree. Hindi siya yung pinaka-paborito kong
yung favorite ko pa din ang si Denai. Sorry, si Denai.
Masakit si Denai.
Iba-ibang tama sa akin sa si Denai. Pero anyway, yon. So, watched it on Viva Max. Yun. Isang Gcash. Madali lang magbayad. Gcash lang. Isang buwan na yun. 150
K-Tex
lang.
din yan, di ba? K-Tex.
May K-Tex din, pero bakit ka pa magpapaschedule kung meron ka Netflix, diba? Nag-dunk sa K-Tex. Hindi, joke lang. Hindi. Kung gusto niya KTX, go lang. Yun din. Other Filipino films or film festivals, FTCP, libre mga pelikula nila doon. Meron dyan A Far Away.
Sinihalaga. May sinihalaga.
May sinihalaga pa rin. Yan, we'll be talking about that in a future episode. May A Far Away Land. Sa Netflix. AKA A Far Away Landian. Yes. A Far Away Landian. Tama ba yun? Noses. I don't wanna probe. But still, was there a third party?
Okay, let's for clarity, let's go back to that question later. You know? Ay, for clarity pa.
Ano ba? Pero alam mo, yeah, it says that interview, yan, sige na ha. Yan, yung
Oh, sige
interview
na,
ni Boy
patuloy
Abunda,
natin.
ni Tito Boy at
Talagang
LJ
inisip
Reyes.
talaga po nila.
Oo.
Pasensya na
Kasi,
po.
And chismis. Para tayo sa
Hi, guys.
Enslaved
Chismisan
yung
na.
chismisan.
si Showbiz Kachipan. Hi guys, friends of
Hi,
the
guys.
pod.
Rumor patrol po.
It says something then about yung kultura natin na how
Mhm.
ironic is it na a film about this guy stars in a film about cheating and then he cheats and then,
Ay, ang saklap pala yung director.
we all get to watch this poor lady cry on air on YouTube.
Parang mas
Yeah.
interesting
Being
pa nga
grilled.
yun di ba? Rather than
Oo.
the film. Sorry.
Very interesting. Yeah, I'm sorry. There are some
Parang
Veronica
kaboses
Velasco
yung mga
films that I
nagbibigay
like,
ng
but not this one.
Yung ba't parang kaboses mo naman yung magbibigay ng ng mga eco bag.
It says something talaga. Parang naisip ko kasi gusto kong sulatin to. Parang does art influence society? Does society influence art? I think it's both. It's both at the same time, no? Kasi
Imitate like ba ito, Char?
may kultura tayo na parang nanonormalize yung cheating, ganyan-ganyan.
Yes.
Tapos, based on that culture, filmmakers will make these trashy films na tipong kabit-kabit, cheat-cheat, ganyan-ganyan. Na they're perpetuating that yung parang those tropes. And those tropes will work their way back onto society. Parang feedback loop siya. Which sucks. I mean, it sucks for people like LJ Reyes. Kawawa naman siya, kawawa yung mga anak niya. Parang she doesn't deserve this. Ganun.
Yes.
And yun nga, nag-grill siya talaga for 1 hour on the air. Pero she needs to vent it out. I understand that desire. No? Pero yun nga, I'm sure. We'll get back to that question later. Ganun na lang sabihin ko. Ayun.
Diyos ko, Tito Boy, stop asking the question. We already
Nahirapan si
so
Tito Boy.
obvious.
What if you're wrong? What if,
Ang tanong nga niya, di ba, when is it
What if it's
okay
not
to be not okay? Oh,
What if you're wrong? Ganun pa yun. What if you're wrong? Have you tried talking to him?
Have you
Ganun
talking to
pa,
him?
no?
Girl, ayoko makipag-usap. Parang si Paulo Conti sa Faraway Land. Bakit ayaw mong maging tayo? Kasi may asawa ako, gago. Di ba? Ayan, don't watch a Faraway Land on Netflix.
Don't, guys.
Boycott pala ito.
Boycott, man. Huwag naman. Watch what you want, but we don't recommend.
What you
Parang rin parang
Oo.
may Tito Boy din na
May Tito Boy na misdirection. Watch what you want, but we don't recommend.
Ang context kasi niyan, guys, kanina nanood ako ng 1 hour na yun, pinanood ko yung interview. Turns out si John, pinanood niya rin yung interview.
Pinanood ko din. Pinanood ko habang natatrabaho. Ayan, di ba?
Ano ba yun?
It says a lot about society. We live in a society. Ganun talaga.
Yung masaya ako na may headphones ako. So parang ako habang nagaganchilo, like yung naka-peacock eyes ako, what? Ganun.
Di ba? Ang
Tas
juicy.
talaga-
Tender,
like
juicy
orange.
hotdog.
Yeah, sobrang juicy. Thanks, Tito Boy.
Siyempre, scoop yan. So, kailangan talaga mapiga. Pigain na natin.
Correct. Ayun ka na naman, Jim. Katunod mo na naman yung mga
Yung mga
mga taga-bigay ng eco bag, Joke lang.
May sobrang Q Cinema. Eco bag nila. Q Cinema. Wala, kaya parang gawa tayo. Q Cinema.
Yung cinema, pasend naman ng eco bag.
Parang pabebe lang, Guys, baka naman may eco bag kayo dyan.
Pang shopping ko sa pang shopping ko
Most
sa...
city to the world, di ba?
Gusto ko si Joy Belmonte ang mag-deliver ng ko. Wala na, hindi na ako invited sa next. Charot.
Diyos ko.
Ayan.
Okay, sige.
Ayan.
Ayun.
Sa ating susunod na episode, ayan, Sine Halaga, abangan niyo yan. At saka Cinemalaya na rin kasi I'm sure meron sa inyo nakapanood na Cinemalaya. Ayun. So until next time guys, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.